In a previous video, we looked at the Stellan Gios Legacy Lightsaber box set. The fancy collector's box and the exclusive variant comic are great. The $325 price tag? Not so much. Now Disney has released the exact same hilt in a general release edition at a much more affordable $180. It comes in a standard gray crate container with a white and gold Jedi logo for the High Republic and the exact same hilt that you get in the limited edition box set. It's currently available only at Disneyland and Disney World. The last few releases were added to DisneyStore.com after a few months, so it's possible the same could happen with this one eventually. To find the side blades, you just lift out the tray, and you can find the instruction manual and the side blades underneath. The hilt itself appears to be identical to the limited edition version, with the cross guards that fold out. The blade cap comes out. It has the greeblies on it. The power switch is right there, switch up and down. It's got a little knob on the side, the cover tech wheel for attaching it to your belt on the back. This writing here is a sticker, which you can remove. You can also remove the orange stickers. And you can unscrew the pommel to replace the batteries. Inside, this is the module that has both the speakers and the electronics. Inside, there's 3 AA batteries to replace. You just unscrew that one screw to replace them. When you're done, you just slide it back in. It does stick out until you put the pommel back over it. Screw the pommel back on, and you're ready to go. And it lines up nice and even. This is a very heavy hilt at 2 pounds and 14 ounces, almost 3 pounds. The pommel alone is over half a pound. But for a two-handed broadsword type weapon, it's not too bad. And it looks absolutely beautiful. For the side blades, you just fold back the crossbars and you screw in the blades till they're snug. And then fold that back out and it'll snap into place. It's a nice solid connector. It's a very satisfying snap. For the main blade, it's compatible with the standard Legacy Lightsaber blade, which you can get in the parks for $50 to $55 a piece. As usual, it slides in and turn, and you're good to go. This is the activation button right here. It's going to turn on the side blades at the same time as the main blade, unlike the Kylo Ren, which lights up the main blade, waits a second, and then does the side blades. And that main blade, just like all the other Legacies, lights up in 4 sections. Goes pretty quick, so it's hard to tell unless you have the entire thing in frame. But it'll light up section 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then go back the other way when it's turning off to give it that illusion of expansion and contraction. Not as fancy as the NeoPixel versions that light up 1 LED at a time, but those are at least twice the price, so that's not an apples to apples comparison. Show it one more time with the lights out. So the sound's not too bad. The blade is nice and bright. It looks really fantastic. Of course, you gotta imagine it in world. One flip of the switch, and you're ready to defend the Republic. It also looks really nice hanging on the belt. Honestly, at almost 3 pounds, I expected it to be more uncomfortable and heavy here, but it's actually not that bad. Swings around just a little bit, but like any other cover tech wheel, you can clip it off real easily. And there it is in all its glory with a 36-inch blade inside. Back up a bit to get the whole thing to fit. It does feel really nice, like a proper two-handed broadsword. It's a little bit uncomfortable in the hands. Honestly, with any Legacy, I wouldn't use it for dueling. This one, you get a little bit of the greeblies up here in the way of your hand and the cover tech wheel down here. But as a display, as a toy, and for a little bit of friendly sparring, man, that is a pretty hilt. This is one of the most unique hilts that Disney has designed yet. And even if you don't know who Stellan Gios is, the hilt alone is gorgeous enough that I think a lot of people are going to be very, very happy with this lightsaber. Especially now that the price has come down to $180. Honestly, the least interesting part about the set is that gray crate that it comes in, which is a perfectly fine way to sell it, but doesn't make for a great display, especially since you can't display it with the crossbar open. And even with the crossbar closed, it's kind of hard to display it so that you can see it from across the room. Here we're looking top down, but you would have to kind of tilt it up on its side normally to get it to display like that, and then the lid's gonna flop closed. so it's not a great way to display it. If you do want a really nice way to display it, Tyler makes on Etsy these beautiful stands. The base has the High Republic logo in sort of a shiny brown brass colored base. And then you have two stands, one short and one long, so that when you put the hilt on it, it displays at an angle. And you can tilt it to decide exactly what angle you want based on what the best viewing angle is for your display. You can't have the blade in when you do it this way, otherwise it's a little too heavy and it'll tip over. But for displaying the hilt, it's fantastic. Thank you to Jenny, Tim, and Tyler for sending this over for review. They are fantastic people. I would highly recommend supporting them. Subscribe for more lightsaber reviews, more news on the lightsaber shopping site I'm building, and I'll see you in the next one.